Welcome to Castaway the Woods. I'm your game master and narrative haunter, Grant. Before we get started here tonight, let me introduce you once again to our system, our donation tiers, and our charity for this season. We're playing Castaway by Afterthought Committee. This season, our show is sponsored by the fine folks at Plus One XP. Plus One XP is running a special sale for our entire run of Castaway. Head on over to plus1xp.com and use code WOODS to get 10% off any purchase. Proceeds from which will go to benefiting the season's charity, the National Immigration Law Center, a charity that provides legal assistance to low income immigrant families. Before we begin, this is a survival game where player death and player versus player combat is on the table. Please see a list of content warnings in the chat by typing CW and take care of yourself accordingly. As mentioned, we are using the Castaway system by Afterthought Committee. There are two things to keep in mind as we play here tonight. Number one, our stats. They are physical and mental fortitude. Each player has a modifier in both physical and mental, as well as a special skill in each stat that gives them a bonus when it applies. They will use these stats to avoid conditions. Castaway uses a depleting dice pool. Almost all of our players currently have a d12, but as they fail rolls in situations, they may take a condition. Things like injury, stress, exhaustion, dehydration, the list goes on. With each condition, they will drop one dice. If they take 5 total conditions, aka lose their d4, they die. We've had a few deaths this season already, so it's very on the table. During Castaway the Woods, you can donate to not only benefit the National Immigration Law Center, but to help your favorite players and characters. Our donation tiers this season are $5 to enter our weekly giveaways. More on this in a bit. $10 to add plus one to a future roll for a player, $20 to heal a player's condition, $25 to give a player a secret advantage, and every time we hit $100 tonight, I will inflict a random condition on a random player. You may have noticed that in the 2 weeks we've been off the air, we've already crossed the $2,000 mark for the National Immigration Law Center, which means I will once again open tonight's episode with our good friend, the Wheel of Pain. I hear it has a fun surprise for us here this evening. If you donate at least $5, and you could win a signed physical 3-game bundle from Goose Poop Games. That's right, I said signed and physical and 3 and Goose Poop Games. And if you have not won any prizes from our previous raffles, do not worry. You will be entered into our Week 6 grand prize raffle to win the full Dungeon Club collection. Over 20 TTRPGs from the award nominated designer of How's My Driving and other heart pounding titles. Now, with all of that out of the way, we're going to spin the Wheel of Pain and see what lies in store beyond it. Our producers are locating the wheel. Here it goes. Annabelle Jones has received the Wheel of Pain. Ordinarily, this means a condition, and that is still true. You'll be down to a D10, but if we can bring Annabelle onto the confession cam, please. Annabelle, at camp at night, the witching hour, if you will, you hear and feel a cold wind blow through the tent, a voice echoing through your ears, and the following plays inside your mind. The thing about spectral voices, Annabelle, is you have to be tuned in to be able to hear them. You, ordinarily, a God fearing woman, not the kind to believe in such things, or if you do believe in such things, you have the typical spirit to overcome them. But as we know, 2 weeks ago, you recanted. such things in order to get something more desirable. So, thus, you hear this.
Oh, look here. Another poor, unfortunate soul. Sold it to Shadowy Productions, thinking that they could actually win.
Chet, I'm gonna be so for real with you.
Well,
Usually I can hear God
try your best,
in
right?
many places.
That's all that
Um,
matters.
but whatever voice is trying to reach me
No.
right now, maybe they need to turn their volume up or try a different connection.
It would seem that those watching the program can hear, but you cannot.
Oh, I'm glad y'all at home could hear it.
Here. Oh, look
Ah,
here. Another poor, unfortunate soul. Sold it to Shadowy Productions, thinking that they could actually win. Well, try your best, right? That's all that matters. Not here. Look, Shadowy Productions to you on the chessboard, they only see a pawn in disguise. Doing their whim. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. They'll make money off of you, or worse. But remember, even a pawn could kill a king. So, watch your back. Oh, look here. Another poor.
in your pack that you are given by Production Annabelle, you will find a single egg.
An egg in these trying times, Chet.
An egg in such trying times, and trying times you may be in store for. A voice from a previously, well, not murdered contestant, but one who did leave this mortal coil, not during our show or anything, just happened to happen. You have received a ghost dice. At any point, if you feel the need, you can make a 1d6 on any future roll and add it on top of one of your rolls. I will warn you though, there is one specific scenario where that plus turns into a minus, and I've been asked to keep that secret from you.
All right.
And that's the ghost die in the Wheel of Pain. You are down to a D10 thanks to the Wheel of Pain, and you have that nice little handy thing here for you. Now, as we awake on the next morning, the merge in full swing, a few people dead, one voted off, one leaving the program, and one has been missing for a couple of weeks. But you 5 remaining members of Team Servaday will see a familiar visage emerging through the trees. Ava, welcome back to Castaway. Who do they all see when they are once again acquainted with Carolina?
A couple of weeks ago, Carolina was very put together in a very mellow, flowing clothes type of way. And when she emerges out of the woods, she kind of still has that, but slightly off. Her clothes a little bit more tattered, a bit more worn. Understandable, she was in the woods, but her face still kind of clean, very pretty, unnaturally pretty. And her eyes don't have a fear of being lost and chased around, attacked, or anything of that nature. It is more a new resolve, a bit hardened, a bit more stern. A very strong contrast away from a very gentle, calming face that seemed to have a bit more of a undertone of secrecy to it. And she doesn't look terrified. It's more so, oh, well, I'm back here now. And she just waves.
Camp is yours, gang. Carolina Jessup returns to the game.
Lucas will walk
So
over.
She's real, right?
Lucas walks over and pokes her in the shoulder. Yep, not a ghost. Hi, welcome
So-
back. Gives you a hug.
Oh, okay. Hello. Thank you, Lucas, for that.
Caroline, I'm so glad you're back. I would say safe and sound, but are you safe? You were gone a while.
Are you sound?
Hmm.
How
More
were you
or
talking to us at the
less.
spa?
Well, I was speaking to y'all. I was at the spa. It just so happened that the Smiling One has requirements of upkeep on occasion, and sometimes that requires just wandering and being one with nature and the forces that the Smiling One provides. And unfortunately, when you listen, it kind of has you wandering. I actually don't know why I was gone for so long. That usually doesn't happen.
So not kidnapped by ghosts. Then.
As far as I'm aware, no.
Okay.
Although the Smiling Ones sometimes have them under their employ, but as far as I'm aware, I'm okay.
When you say under his employ, do you mean like the Holy Spirit type ghost, or people no longer with us type ghosts?
Hmm. I mean, to me, I don't really. The Smiling One doesn't really have the concept of a Holy Spirit, so I'm assuming it is just entities that are not a part of the Mortal Coil. Could be dead, could just be spirits that have not been able to enjoy life yet, but still all the same, a part of the ethereal.
Lucas taking furious notes. Okay,
Well,
okay. Okay.
well,
So what did I
as you,
miss?
oh, I love that. I love Hamilton. So we are now all one group. 'Cause
Okay,
there's only
good.
the six of us. Um, we recently lost Jonathan. Um, but uh, uh, it's fine. We're gonna persevere. We're gonna make it through. Um, so yeah. And that's really it. Chet being his usual
Odd self,
self.
all right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
we've all just kind of been through it, but it's good to have you and your positivity back at camp.
I greatly appreciate that, Annabelle. I'm sad to see those who were part of my former team no longer with us. They seemed like decent folk, even if one of them had reservations about Jonathan.
Fortunately for that person, Jonathan has died. Turns out they were right after all. Which will bring me to you six. It is a new morning here on Castaway the Woods after all, and there is still a game to be played. Now, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so a quick recap here for you. As Annabelle mentioned, you six are all part of the merge. Everyone who is eliminated, starting from Jonathan and going forward, whether that be by death or by vote, will join the jury. The jury, of course, will ultimately decide who wins this game, so it'd be good to stay on people's good sides. In order to win this game, though, there is still the ever present threat of needing to win challenges. And we bring you to your next one. You are led by a small horde of interns out to a clearing in the woods where some grass has been evened out, some space has been cleared, and a circular fence post has been set up. The ground looks soft to land on. That might be important later. Around this area, you will also see 6 puzzle sets of various wood blocks painted in various colors, clearly meant to be constructed. And you see your host, Chet Swiss, standing in front of all of you. And he says to the group of you, hello, everybody. Welcome to your your 5th challenge, excuse me. Since you all seem to have this, I don't know, appreciation for attacking one another this season, we've arranged a fun little physical challenge that will pit you against one another. To start, you will each attempt to solve a puzzle. It is a standard woodblock puzzle. They all interlock together. It's going to be your mental capacity to see if you can assemble the damn thing. The first two people to assemble the puzzle will be given a special advantage in the second part of the competition. The second part of the competition we are simply calling the circle. Behind me, you see a large circular area. You're all going to have the opportunity to do a little challenge where you try and knock each other out of the circle. This will be a player versus player one-on-one contest. If you are one of the first two people to finish the puzzle, you get to pick who your opponent is. Everyone who wins in the circle will then go to an all or nothing 1v1v1 fight where the last person standing in the circle wins immunity and cannot be voted for at tonight's voting ceremony. What this means for all of you players is you're going to first make mental rolls to solve that puzzle. The DV is 13. Highest number wins, and the higher your roll, the faster your player or character finishes that puzzle. Then it's contested rolls in the circle. The two fastest puzzle solvers pick their opponents. If you win, you move on. If you lose, you take a condition. The last person standing at the very end wins immunity. Any questions?
All makes sense.
I love
No.
how everything makes sense.
Chip.
Yes.
Chet, when you say fight, you just mean push each other out of the circle, right?
Sure. Push each other out of the circle, lift each other out of the circle, punch each other, whatever you need to do to get the other player out of there.
I don't like this.
But to be clear, just so you know, Gina, you only take one condition for losing. So unlike regular contested roles where you keep taking conditions because someone keeps stabbing you, this will only be one. And the physical part of the challenge is a best of 3 situation. So that's how that'll work.
Oh boy.
This would be a good time for me to point out on your screens here, folks. In the top left corner of every player's box, you can see their current die. And in the top right corner of each player's box, you can see how many +1s they've earned. If there's someone you're worried about here tonight, this would be a great time to give them dice and +1s. And speaking of such, Lucas, you can actually heal a condition. You are up to a D10 thanks to a gracious donor.
Oh, that's lovely.
This will give him a very literal fighting chance.
Thank you, donor.
With that out of the way, let's begin those mental rolls. Let's see if we can solve the puzzle here, gang. Like I said, the DV to clear is 13. So that's your current dice plus your mental stat.
13 exactly.
13 exactly for Finn.
15.
15 for Nari.
Got
12.
a 12.
12 for Annabelle. Did I hear 12 for Carolina?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
12. I'm going to use my composure to give me a 14.
Okay. 14 for Lucas. So 15 and 14 are the numbers to beat right now, Tilda. What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 3 on the die, so that's an 8 total.
Everyone except for Tilda will solve the puzzle. But the two fastest puzzle solvers are Nari and Lucas. So congratulations to the two of you.
Look at us. We won.
It just did. I didn't think that I would.
You're really
Yeah.
smart at puzzles. It's okay. We've all had. I just got a lot swirling around in here, you know. I'll get it.
I think I just got lucky.
The good news is this week there's no penalty for failing a puzzle. Unlike in previous seasons where people have almost died solving puzzles. So, Nari, by virtue of finishing the fastest, highest number of the rolls, of course, you get first dibs. Who would you like to face in the circle?
I didn't want to be put in this situation. Could you roll for me, Chet?
Oh, well, that's fun. Sure. Gonna just
I will
assign
be
everyone,
gentle.
It's gonna give everyone a 1 through 5. 6 is wild, all that fun stuff. That'll be a 1. You're facing Annabelle.
We're the opponent.
I'm really looking forward to it. I've been wanting to, honestly, Nari. I saw you take down that bear, and I have been wanting to get into a little bit of a light, friendly sparring match with you ever since. This is a great opportunity for that.
That uplifts my spirit.
Let's go.
Fantastic. Okay, you two. So this is a very simple current die versus current die situation. Nari, you of course have 2 contested roll advantages, and you can tell me if you're using them or not.
I will only be using the vest.
Only using the vest, which means Annabelle, you have a -1 to every dice you roll on this particular challenge.
All right.
And yeah, plain and simple, you're going to roll at most 3 times. Person who gets the 2 wins first wins the circle challenge. So go ahead and roll your current dice for me.
We're not adding anything to this.
Nope, just the dice.
And with the -1 from the vest, that is a 6.
6.
7.
It's 1 for Nari, scooching Annabelle closer to the rim of the circle. All right, go again.
That is a 2.
A 2 for Annabelle.
It's a 12.
Not a lot of +1s that can help there, Annabelle. Nari, tell me how you knock Annabelle out of the circle.
I think it's very genuinely visceral, terrifying grabbing and grappling between the both of us. The first round was so close. But I wonder in the ways Annabelle might be cocky or just the slip of one foot or mistake. Almost in like a martial arts sort of takedown. I'll just take Annabelle by the ankle, and it's just as simple as that, and I don't hurt her as much as I can.
Ooh, Nari, you are strong. Real strong. Feel like take someone out. Kind of strong, right?
You're excellent.
I mean, I know, but you're really great too. A worthy contender, excuse me. Thanks for a healthy sporting match.
Probably the friendliest contested roll we've had all season. Annabelle, you are out of this particular challenge. You cannot win immunity this week.
That's all right.
Lucas, you get second dibs. Who would you like to face in the circle?
Lucas kind of is looking nervously at everyone. It's like I'd rather not have to face anyone. Okay, all right. This can be super friendly and fine. So, Tilda, would you care to dance?
All right, Lucas. Yeah, we can we can keep it as friendly and non-violent as possible. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we'll walk over, like give you a hug. We got this. We'll be good. We'll be good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
What's a little sparring between friends after all?
Yeah.
All right, you two. That's once again a contested roll. Current die versus current die. Neither of you, well, actually, Tilda has a contested roll advantage, and you can tell me if you want to use it or not. This is me reminding the player, Gina, that you have a knife.
I do. Yeah, I don't want to use it on Lucas, so I'm just gonna try and give him a light, a little twirl in the opposite direction. That's
thought I'd offer.
an 8.
An 8 for Tilda.
It's a 5.
That's 1 for Tilda.
Woo! Ooh,
You okay?
twirling. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
See, it's fun.
doesn't
Right?
necess-
It can be
Yeah.
fun.
I've never had a lady spin me like that before. That was cool.
And
Go ahead
and
and
as
roll
I
your-
get close to Lucas and I'm spinning him again and trying to push him, I just say, Lucas, you need to be careful. People are dying out here, and I don't know if we're gonna get out of here alive.
I know. We'll be fine. And I rolled a 10.
A 10, okay.
I rolled a 1 on that one.
Lucas regains ground in this contest. Next roll wins.
Nine.
A 9.
5.
Tilda, tell me how you take Lucas out of the circle.
He says, I know, and I just grab him by the shoulders and I look him in the eyes and I say, if you make it through, I'm going to look out for you. I'm sorry. And I push him gently
Whoa!
on the outside.
And yeah, it's kind of Lucas kind of loses his footing and stumbles backwards, and before he knows it, he realizes like, oh, well, I guess you won.
I guess we'll see.
Good job. You did it.
Tilda, you still have a fighting chance this week to win immunity, but Lucas, you are eliminated from this week's challenge. Which will bring us to Finn and Ava by default. Not Ava, Carolina. Hello, what show am I on?
Who are all these people?
Who are you people?
All right, you two, you may now address each other before you start shoving each other.
Strange that this is our introduction.
Truly, I never imagined a brief moment of solace at the spa would lead to this. But I'm happy it's you. We feel kindred spirits in a way that intrigues me.
I could say you're fascinating. Let's
A
see how
date
well we
then.
Lucas, will you be using your contested roll advantage? Not Lucas. Hello, Finn. Listen, it's been 2 weeks. I don't know anyone's names or faces. You're as famous as I am.
No, I do not
Okay.
plan to knife Carolina.
Fine. All right.
That's the
now
third
with-
date.
Now with the correct names, Finn, Carolina. This is a contested roll. Go ahead and roll. We have a 9 for Finn.
12.
First one goes to Carolina.
Oh,
Nice footwork.
I haven't felt the fluid in a bit. I like that. Nice footwork to you too.
Thank you.
Nice,
11.
calm, polite sparring. An 11 for Finn.
9.
Ooh, high rolls, but Finn gets their footing back now.
Oh, you should really dip less. You get your feet caught in the sand.
Mm,
Ooh,
good point. I'll keep that in mind.
that's a 12 for Finn.
That's also a 12.
Hell yeah!
What did you roll, Finn?
A 12.
Ah, well, then that's a rematch. Roll again. Both a top.
That's an
performers.
11, not a 12.
Okay.
But
A 12 this time.
There you go. Oh, some hot dice from Carolina there. Carolina, how do you take Finn out of the circle?
I think it's more so been every single time Carolina herself is gradually moving backwards towards the edge of the ring. And then at the last final moment, she goes into like a split and does like a cobra under his legs so he can trip out.
Inventive.
You better win out there, otherwise, that'll be a real shameful loss.
I will certainly try my best to. I know I've been out of the game for a bit, but I'll take your encouragement as a blessing.
Which brings us to the final three, the Femme Fatales, Nari, Tilda, and Carolina. You three are going to be rolling against each other. Whoever rolls the highest of the three gets the point. In this final round, you want 3 points to win. Make sense?
The both of you roll with a -1 against me.
Correct.
I got a 10.
10 for Carolina.
8.
9.
8 and 9. So Carolina, 0.1 to you this round. Go ahead and do it again for me.
And that's
Ooh.
8.
12, 8, and
3.
Tilda not doing so hot, but Nari will pick up an extra point. Extra, first point, whatever.
10.
10.
10. And a 1 for Tilda. Nari and Carolina, you two go ahead and spar for me.
Eight.
And that is a 7.
Nari will take that one then. Nari, 1 point away from securing immunity here. Does anyone have it in them to overtake the bear and murderer?
7.
7?
11.
11. Then Tilda?
I rolled another 1.
Oh, honey,
Maybe.
please. Swap dice.
Nothing you can donate to help that, I suppose. Well, there is, but depends on if she wants to use them or not. It is 2 for Nari, 2 for Carolina, nothing for Tilda. Technically anyone's game if the dice roll the right way, but let's see if anyone takes it here and now.
I'm using my D20.
Here you go. The secret advantages are coming out.
$11.
11 for
19.
Carolina. A 19 for Nari.
Mm.
And that will settle it. Nari, how do you defeat your two opponents?
Are the two of you coming at me aggressively?
No.
Or is this more of a genuine trying to trip each other out of the circle kind of dance?
Very excited coming from Carolina, but not malicious.
Tilda looks as if she doesn't want to be doing any of this. Everything she does is reluctant.
I don't even push Tilda very hard, but it's just sort of like step out of the circle kind of touch. And then for Carolina, I will, a similar movement with Annabelle. I trip Carolina out, but I make sure to grab onto her arm so that she doesn't fall terribly hard down.
Oh my God, that was fun. You really are powerful. A very strong honor. Thank you, Nari.
You're welcome.
That was intense.
No, we were out in the field.
They're all really good.
It sure was intense. But you see, Chet Swiss put his hands up in the air and goes, "That's it. Nari wins immunity." Nari cannot be voted for at tonight's voting ceremony. As for the rest of you, you are only walking home with bruised egos and, in some of your cases, actual bruises. Annabelle, you're now down to a D8. Carolina, a D10. Lucas back to a D8. Finn, a D10. Tilda, a D10 by virtue of losing this week's challenge. Nari, you stay nice and comfy at a D12.
Okay.
And that is going to be the challenge this week, Nari. You've secured immunity, and now the simple part of this game kicks in. The part where you have to get to know one another again, strategize on who you want to have leave this competition. But of course, paramount above all of that, survive the week. So, one more time, everybody, roll your current die for me, and we will determine our initiative order for camp. Oh, there's fingers. Okay. 2 for Finn.
That's what you always say, Chet.
Ha-cha-cha. 1 for Annabelle. 4 for Lucas. 1 for Nari. Tilda, did I see yours? 5 for Tilda and Carolina.
9.
A 9. Annabelle and Nari, can you both roll your current dice one more time for me? 4 and a 3. Beautiful. So that means Nari will go last. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, then we will start with the returnee. The prodigal daughter returned to camp. Carolina, welcome to the confession cam. So you have missed a lot the past couple of weeks. The entirety of your Apodemus team, either at the fancy hotel, out of the game, or in the next world. You now find yourself on a camp filled with the previous team's opponents. What would you like the audience to know about your trip, your game, and your plans for this week?
While I was lost in there and your interns had strong difficulties in finding me twice, I had a moment of reflection, a moment of understanding with the smiling ones. I wasn't harmed. Strangely so, I wasn't. But my mind has changed. I came into this knowing that if I were lucky enough to win, donations would be made into various charities because I have no need for the money. Not truly. I feel like I am content with where I am. But I think something was lost in these last several years, my drive, my ambition to explore, so to speak. In the past, that was used to wheel and deal, not physically harm people, but harm was done. And I don't wish to go through that. These people with me now, they've been through a lot. Some of them truly seem very terrified. I don't want to add more to that. So I will continue to be relaxed and calm, but I can at least have fun. And if so happens, if one of their fears turns into paranoia and their paranoia turns into attack, well, I can always rely on old tricks to ensure that I am not falling victim.
The classic asset of someone to keep a level head unless something goes south. Carolina, it's been a few weeks since we've had you at camp, so let me remind you about your options. This is a campsite after all, and you still need to secure things like food, water, and fire in order to avoid conditions in the night. To do that, that would be a survival roll. You also have the option to maybe look for advantages that could give you a leg up at the voting ceremony or just in this game at all and choose to look for secrets instead. Or maybe you believe the key to winning this game and making it from week to week is about forming connections, and instead of risking your life out there in the woods, you can choose to socialize. For survival and secrets, you can bring at least one person with you, or excuse me, at most one person with you, and for socialize, you can talk to as many people as you want.
I think she wants to, just like the last time she was here, her plan is to make herself look useful. So we're going to do survival, and she would like to invite Tilda.
Tilda, you're invited to go survive with Ava. I mean, with Carolina. God damn it.
This Ava just keeps popping up. I don't know why.
I'm just thinking of someone from back home. Don't mind me.
Are you well enough to walk with me?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, Carolina. Where do you want to go?
I think trying to secure, I think water, I think would be nice. Enjoy some of the walk, the creek, so to speak. And you like birds, correct? Talk to me about birds.
Yeah, we can follow the creek down there, and I can show you some pictures from my birding book. We can try and spot some along the way. That might be fun. We could
Oh, that would absolutely be fun. Let's
I bet
go.
there's some mallards and other types of ducks we could find.
Mm. How are you holding up, dear? We haven't had much time interacting, but it truly seems that you're not doing well.
Okay, yeah. What makes you say that?
There is hesitation. All of us have some type of reservation for this game. I can see that, but yours truly, it truly feels terrified.
Oh, well, I didn't really think that this would be sort of a televised murder type of situation. I don't know how much you've heard or talked to Chet, but it really does seem like they don't really care at all what happens to us, and actually perhaps ratings are better when we die. So my whole sense of safety on a show like this, where I thought it was more of a survive and maybe complete your list of birds, is a little different than what was advertised to me. I guess I didn't read the fine print of my contract.
I won't judge you in not reading fine print. Most people don't. But I've been around for some time and I've dealt with businesses, and honestly, that the one takeaway you have to have is companies cannot help you. It is the people in the communities that do. So you have to make sure that you find your sense of community. Now, the murders, from what I understand, very unfortunate, and I'm quite happy that Michelle was able to get away, especially because she did have reservations about Jonathan. But that is just unfortunate. It doesn't have to be the norm for everyone.
Carolina, can I you seem awfully calm about this. Unfortunate is not really a word that I would use to describe all the murders that have been happening. Now, maybe you're more familiar with that sort of thing, and so you're a little bit more desensitized to it. Which I'm not here to judge, but it is a little bit surprising to me.
I will
I
make
gotta
it
say.
very plain and clear. I have never murdered anyone. Um, the desensitization to it, I have been caught up and have been a part of things that have caused harm to people, but never to the effect of murder. I think I think I've just seen the worst in people. And I also know that there was a point in time where there was a worser me. And I've hoped that the years since then has paid that debt back, so to speak. I don't like accessing that part of me unless I necessarily have to. And even then, I don't take joy from it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, on that note, why don't we see if we can locate some water for your campsite?
Yes.
That is a mental roll here for me to locate a water source. And since you're working together, you can choose to combine your die or divide and conquer. See if you can find multiple water sources.
I rolled a 14.
Pretty good.
Ooh, hold on. I accidentally closed my sheet. Mental. 6 plus 5 is 11, correct?
That is an 11. Absolutely.
I'm not a math guy.
Are any of us really?
Mm.
So
I've
the
known some.
14 and 11, would you have to use those separately or together?
I'm happy to use them together.
We can use them together. Yeah.
Cool. You find a well with your combined rolls. A well randomly here in the woods, complete with bucket and water. And it's good water, too. The stones on the outside appear to be made of skulls, but this will give your entire camp water for the week.
Well, that's an ominous looking well.
A goth probably set it up. Who knows?
You know us at Castaway. I always hire those goth interns.
Listen,
They're the ones
Carolina,
who like to go to the woods. Yes.
I just want to say that I relate to what you just said about those past versions of ourselves and not wanting to be better. So as terrified as I may seem, I'm very glad to have someone like you in camp with us.
I'm happy to be here. I was quite worried for a bit, but you all seem like very good folk. So, good company.
Well, I try. So,
Finding
do you want to
connections.
borrow my
over-
book?
Oh, I would love to. You can help point me out things because I do not know birds.
Okay, well, you're about
Flowers.
to, so.
Flowers, yes.
Okay.
Some wine also, but not birds.
Well, there's a first time for everything. And I start pointing out pages as we walk back.
Bonding over a bird book on the way back to camp, and we will go to our next person on the confession cam. And wouldn't you know it, it's you, Tilda. Tilda, you are brought by a little gaggle of interns to the confession cam. A pretty valiant effort in today's challenge, but coming up a little bit short in winning immunity. You have a few advantages to help you out should the need arise, but what would you like the folks at home to know about your plans for this week?
Well, I wasn't going to use it, if that's what you wanted, Chet.
Hey, it's your advantage. You can do whatever you want with it.
Is that what you want to see?
I like just a competitive game, you know? I like to see the inner machinations of people's heads and what they think is the right move at the right time. That I don't interfere with.
Chet, when you're watching us scheme and try to survive, try to outmaneuver, outthink each other, and when you try to terrify each and every one of us, do you ever think about who's watching you?
Now, I don't try to terrify you. We just pick these locations, and whatever happens, happens. I'm mainly
Right.
just here to navigate the game of it all.
Sure.
And as for who's watching me, well, that's none of my business. I know where my paychecks come from, and I know the papers are in order.
Is this your company?
No, I'm the hired host of here at Castaway. The shadowy
Huh.
producers that kind of exist here are the ones
Mhm.
who run the show around here. I don't know who owns the company, kind of a purposely nebulous entity.
So you take orders from somebody up high.
All the hosts of your favorite TV shows do. If anyone's a host on a show, they likely didn't create it. Heck, I'm the fourth Chet.
Wow. What happened to the other ones?
Well, I think they all got murdered by bitter contestants, but that's the risk you take when you want to, host the greatest show on TV.
Right. And what happens if this show's ratings start to drop?
I try not to think about it, but does a lot of good for a lot of people. So hopefully we can keep it up. But that's all up to you guys making a good show.
Right. Right.
And speaking of making a good show, Tilda, I think you're up. Would you have to survive, look for secrets, or socialize?
I think I'd like to look for secrets.
It's always a good idea. You never know what's lying in wait of these things. Would you have to bring anybody with you?
I think I'm going to look around.
Did.
I'm going to look around and see if Nari is available. Hey, Nari, do you want to go for a walk in the woods with me?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you talk about out there?
How are you doing?
I don't know. I didn't get
Yeah.
as much sleep as I would have liked to.
Yeah, it's hard to sleep out here, considering I keep thinking about what you said before, about how it wasn't your first time, and I just want you to know that I look around to try and dip my face as close to yours and my voice as low as possible so the cameras don't hear us. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that I killed someone too. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I do know that I hear him when I know that that's not possible. So either that's my guilty conscience, or it's Lucas would say it's a ghost. But I did something bad, and I thought if anyone would understand it, that would be you. I haven't really told anyone that before. So I just wanted you to know that.
When you dip in closer to Nari, her face just like gets bright pink from like the cheeks to the ears. But then as you tell her, she takes your hand in hers What happened?
I was out on. I was out birding with a friend, old friend, companions of sorts. We weren't together, but he kind of wished that we were, and he made it very obvious that he wished that we were, and I made it clear that I was not interested, and he got very upset about that, and so I left. I took all his stuff. I took all his gear. I took all his stuff, and I left him out in the middle of the woods, and no one has seen him or heard of him since. And I'm pretty positive that was my fault. I'm pretty sure he needed medication that I was in his bag, and I took everything and I ran.
What was the intention of taking everything?
I wanted him to suffer. And I didn't want him to die. I just I wanted him to hurt just a little bit. Enough. He was not a good person. Turns out.
It is difficult when you are given the opportunity, maybe not the opportunity is incorrect, when you take the stance, the responsibility over one's life, even in such a small way as that. I will not tell you what you did was a good or bad thing. But if you wanted to protect yourself and potentially others in a way that seemed so small and yet was potentially so resounding to the point that you continue to hear this man's voice, it is an unfortunate lesson that we cannot deal out suffering onto other people. As much as we might be forced to, anyway.
I'm trying to be a better person. Then when I saw that this show was in the woods, I thought, what better? Either I can prove to myself that I can be better, or I can get what I deserve.
Not to cut in, but let's see if you do receive that, Tilda, because we have raised over $2,100 for National Immigration Law Center, which means while you might not feel like you have a right to control suffering, I sure as hell do. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? Annabelle Jones, unfortunately, you are taking another condition. Already took one from the wheel, one from the challenge, and another from the wheel. You're down to a D6. This would be a good time to donate to Annabelle if you're an Annabelle fan. And speaking of donating,
Don't let me go home, friends. Please vote for me. I see you, Dylan. Vote for me, damn it.
her eternal home. Speaking of conditions, Carolina, you've had one healed. You're back to a D12. Which will bring me back to these two in the woods, talking about guilt and looking for secrets. I need you both to make a mental roll.
Allow us to find something that can help you.
I think I already did. That's 13.
A 13 then, okay. And Nari?
That is a 9 that I will use to help Tilda find something.
Secret rolls are individual efforts, I am afraid, but we will keep the
I see.
13 for Tilda. And for you, Tilda, by virtue of rolling a 13, you find not a scroll, not a skull, not anything that bears an immediate usefulness, but a bell lying on top of a stump with a strange ethereal glow over it.
Oh, what's this?
Do you
I'm
have
going
to
to move
know?
closer to it.
The thing about bells is that when you touch them, they tend to make sounds. Normally a ringing, a dinging, a rattling, but this one seems to have a voice attached to it. Shadowy producers, why don't we show her?
Boo. Gotcha. Hey, it's me, Dave Bishop from Castaway fame. I died in a previous season, and now my spirit is trapped forever to, I don't know, whatever Shadowy Productions wants, I guess. Right now we're in the woods. So hey, this is cool, I think. I've decided, you know what? I'm gonna help you. If you want to call for my aid, just ring this little bell, and I'll come a skedaddling. But you know what? It comes at a price. If you are using me to help a friend, that's cool. But if you want to call me for selfish gain, I'll be a little bit Tito, you know? Good luck with your season, though. Ooh, fade off into the mist, ghost stuff.
Dave Bishop from Castaway the Tundra, piercing through the veil to communicate to what seems to be just the right person. Tilda, your bell operates like a ghost dice. If you are assisting another player, as Dave said, you can add 6 to a future roll. If you instead choose to help yourself, the ghost die will subtract 1d6 from that roll.
Huh. All right, all right. and I kind of flag over Nari if we're separated. I found something kind of strange. And I show it to her.
What will this do?
I think it's supposed to help someone. I touched it and heard a strange person inside. Lucas will get a kick out of it, I'm sure. But I think it's supposed to help someone.
It is indeed. And speaking of Lucas, as you two return from to camp after this conversation, a ghost bell obtained, we bring Lucas to the confession cam. Very spiritually active episode this week from the ghost front. I wonder if that'll keep happening. Lucas, you were not successful in today's challenge, so you are technically vulnerable for elimination at the voting ceremony here tonight. What's going through your mind this week? What would you get the folks at home to know now that you have their undivided attention?
But hi, Grant. This has been very interesting day. I've learned some things about the smiling ones, which I did not know before. I'm feeling rather, as you say, vulnerable. There's every opportunity that I could go home. I'm glad that I don't seem to have any reason to fear death at the moment, which is nice. Good. And I would like to tell the audience, both the living and the unliving, that if today is my last day here, that it's been interesting. I'm still alive, and for the unliving, for the ghost folk out there, come say hi. But nicely. I don't want you to come and say hi in the Amityville horror sort of way, but more like in the Casper the Friendly Ghost sort of way. That would be lovely, please.
I love when we talk to the ghost audience at home and how we prefer to be visited. Lucas, the same options are available to you. You may survive, look for secrets, or socialize.
I think I'd like to survive, please.
So that was a good call. You still need food and fire, after all. Would you like anyone to come
Yes.
help you?
I'm gonna ask my buddy Nari to come and help, because yeah, go find some food, I think. And I'll walk over to where Nari is. Hey, hi, Nari. I'm gonna go and see if I can't find some food. Would you like to come with, accompany,
Yes.
errand hang, as the kids say?
Yes.
Awesome. And as we kind of walk through the forest, so how you doing, Nari?
I feel strange when I am successful.
How so? Why would you feel strange with being successful?
Winning the challenge for disarming. I don't know. We've always won as teams, so
Yeah, now there's no teams anymore. So that's a weird thing to kind of wrap your head around right now, right? But if anyone's going to win this, if it's not me, I'd love for it to be you.
really.
Yeah.
I think. Do you want to look for food? You said.
Yeah. Are you sure you're doing okay? Do you need a hug? I'm good at hugs. I give good hugs. I mean, you know about my hugs. If you want a hug, I can. And he just opens his arms, like, okay.
God bless him. I've known this person. I've been this person. So we have we're looking for food out here in the woods. Would you like to do that via hunting or through foraging?
Hunting.
The Nari has spoken. All right, you're gonna both make a physical roll for me to see if anything is around.
Rolled
15.
an 8.
Did I hear 15 and 8?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Nari, since you have the 15, you spot the thing you've been searching for this whole time, a wild hog coming out of a bush in the woods. And of
I have a
course,
knife.
yes, you do. You have a knife and a protective vest, so you're in a pretty good spot for boar hunting. It'll be current die versus current die, and we'll see if you can catch this guy.
12.
I rolled a 9. Not a lot of numbers that can beat a 12 on a d10. You were able to successfully catch and kill a hog.
Oh,
And a
wow.
wild hog, of course, will feed the whole camp for the whole week.
You're incredibly good at that. You're amazing, Nari. Jeez, I wish I could have been better help at that, but I can help carry it if you like.
That's half of the battle, honestly. Making sure the spoils are not wasted, well capable of being enjoyed.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at cooking, so I can definitely help with that.
And so you come back triumphant to camp with a hog and a chef and everything you could need to make it through the week. Which will put...
Guys, look what Nari caught!
Finn, welcome to the confession cam. Finn, you were on the losing end of the challenge here today, technically vulnerable in today's voting ceremony. What would you have to say to the audience now that you have their undivided attention?
I think it's interesting that we're getting a voting ceremony. There's still a lot of night to go, but who knows what'll happen. Having Carolina back is fascinating. We'll see how that impacts things. I know she was quite willing to communicate while corporeal in the spa. Who exactly knows? But we had a lot of insight, and it was fun getting to know her face to face today. I'm very interested to see.
Finn, as you stare out into the sea of cameras, the powers that be had reviewed the challenge and determined that, in fact, you are not sitting in front of a row of cameras. As you continue to talk and reflect on your conversation with Ava, eventually everything kind of blurs together until sitting in front of you on that stump, not an array of cameras, but a single iPad. A tablet with a screen and a play button in the center of it.
Surrounded by interns, myself and Chet.
At this moment, it feels like you're the only person in the whole world.
I hit play.
You hit play, and you hear this.
Why, Michael? Why put yourself in danger for this? It's just a flower. Don't you know I can't live without you?
I didn't have friends growing up. The plants I study, the flowers I care for, they didn't laugh at me. They didn't leave me. Yes, flowers die, but they always come back, and they were the only ones I could rely on. Until I met you, Iris. My research has found a compound in this flower that can be used to help with your disease. If I lose you, you won't come back. I'll stake my life on this flower. On you. Iris, watch out! Don't leave. Stay with me. Forever.
Those who are fans of the show might recall that a pretty popular Filipino actor was on the Tundra last season and seems to have left behind a memory of their incredible performing abilities. The iPad goes dead for you, Finn, but the message is clear. If you are ever going to harm someone, you will have an advantage from the beyond and can roll an additional d6 when doing so.
I suppose in some ways it's good to not have connections. It seems like theirs got lost.
Very active spirit world today. Which brings me to your official turn. Would you like to survive, look for secrets, or socialize?
I think I'd like to look for secrets. Finn has been very helpful around camp, and he deserves a chance to look for things.
Why not have a secret as a treat? Would you like to bring
Yeah.
anybody with you?
I'd like to bring Tilda if she's willing.
Tilda, are you willing?
Well, sure, Finn. Where are we going?
Just for a walk, you know. I've had a chance to debrief with Lucas and Nari from last week, and you and I haven't really had a chance to talk, so thought it'd be good. And well, the last time we went, my mind was so stimulated with talk of birds. I thought we'd be good people to talk through a few things with.
Sure, yeah. Okay. I'll follow you.
Okay. You seemed very interested in the plants and then stuck behind last time. It was just a moment of alone, or can I help you find something out here?
No, I was just, really taking it in. You're very knowledgeable about things like this.
Yeah, something I'm good at. Plants and what they do.
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. Are you okay, Finn? You're kind of looking at me a little differently.
I'm always okay. I was just making sure that everyone, like I said, I talked with Lucas. He was fascinated by the amount of ghosts that might be haunting each and every one of us. Nari and I had a nice conversation about living up to expectations and what can come next, and figured out of the ones who weren't upset by the truce. Feels like a weird word when we know we're voting somebody out tonight, but the truce I asked for, you were the only one that wasn't upset, so I thought I'd want to check in with you too.
I mean, look, Finn, I just want all of us to get out of this as painlessly and quickly as possible. I think Chet, I really think that they like it when we get hurt.
Yeah.
So I really just want to not have that be. Here's what I'm thinking. I think, and I move a little bit closer to you. I think if we make this season boring, right? Like nobody else gets killed, nobody else gets hurt. Maybe Chet will get fired, and then maybe they won't do this. They'll think of something else.
Yeah,
Whoever wins will still get the money, and then nobody else will have to potentially die or suffer for ratings.
So do you think we should try and all opt out of the challenges and all, or do that part as well and just not do? I made it very clear last week, I hope, that I intend for nobody else to get hurt. So I am 100% with you on that thought.
Okay, good. I mean, look, I don't want to stand in the way of anybody. If y'all need the money, I don't want to stand in the way of anyone getting what they need to get. I think if there's a situation where there's a challenge that involves one of us getting hurt or worse, I would hope, Finn, that you and Lucas and Annabelle and Carolina and Nori we would all stick together and say no.
I think that's a great plan.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And this might sound strange. I think I was visited by a ghost.
I think I was too. What did yours sound like?
a K-drama about inaccurate uses of poison in plants.
Did it have like music in the background and sound effects and things?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
rising Korean pop music. Yeah.
And romantic tension that you don't
A
quite
little.
know what to do with, but you kind of like it.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you could tell that like one of them needed to be cured of some kind, and the other one tried to
Right.
do science and failed, and I think maybe killed her on accident.
Oh no.
Oh, you didn't have that?
No, mine didn't. Mine was a strange person inside a bell. Um, sounded fun.
Okay.
Really wanted me to help other people.
Yeah, mine wanted the same.
Good.
Mhm.
Okay, so we got friendly ghosts out here. That's positive. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, should we see if we can find a few more
Well,
friendly
sure,
ghosts?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not look for those sorts of things? Go out in the woods, find a ghost, no big deal. Go ahead and make mental rolls for me. You will not be combining these. While you two are doing that, Annabelle, you've received a heal condition. You're back to a D8. Tilda, you've received a heal condition. You're back to a D12.
Oh, should I roll that one instead?
Roll that
then?
one instead.
All right.
Can I botany
It'll be
about
hard to-
this?
Ooh,
Can you botany about this?
Uh-huh.
This time I'm going to say no because the secrets are hiding in plants.
Damn. Okay, it's
Uh,
still a
that's-
10, but I wanted a 12.
10's not bad.
Yeah.
that's an 11 on my die, so 16 total.
A total
Damn.
of 16. Big brain Tilda over here. Well, for a 10, you're not going to find much of anything, but you're also not going to get caught. So a pretty neutral roll there for you, Finn. As for you,
Oh.
Tilda, you are going to find something a little bit more successful. Hiding in the nook of a tree, you find a silver box with 3 locks on it.
Oh,
This, of course, is a puzzle box. A puzzle box is something that you can try to crack open during any camp scene. It'll require 3 successful mental rolls, but there's a great reward kept inside. And right now, only you know you have it. But I do warn you,
If I-
failing those rolls can be very stressful.
if I look over to Finn, what is he doing?
Finn, what are you doing? You have not successfully found anything.
Yeah, I believe he probably got distracted hearing something. Like he's always pretty high on alert, and then just hearing something off in the distance probably caught his attention and looked away. Maybe the concept of something being found in a plant after just being said it wasn't found in a plant on the distant wind. That's just Sean being shady. I've got no salt about this, but hey.
How big is the puzzle box?
It's about the size of like a gift box, like a shoe box, very like, the kind of thing you would shake as a kid at Christmas because it fits in your hands.
It's big. It's not like something I can tuck in my pocket.
It's a decent size, but I would say that if you didn't want anyone to see it, the puzzle box has ways of not being seen.
I'm gonna make the choice to trust Finn and come back in his direction, holding it. I found something kind of strange inside a tree. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Not specifically. I've seen boxes, like ornate jewelry boxes, but that looks different.
Looks kind of like a puzzle box. It's got things on it, a couple locks.
Have you tried pressing them or anything?
Honestly, I'm a little embarrassed by how poorly I did in the puzzle challenge. But before, I had a lot on my mind, but no, I haven't. Maybe this is something I can do at camp, with the firelight and stuff. Did you find
Yeah.
anything?
No, I thought I heard something and got distracted. Do you think Chet's punishing you by failing your puzzle by giving you a puzzle box? Seems like the vindictive thing he would do.
Sure does. Who knows? Maybe when I open it, it'll explode. That'll get good ratings, right?
Yeah, just make sure you open it in the confessional.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. That'd be silly. This is a serious show. Well, with secrets secured, you two, ghosts discussed, we bring you back to camp. And folks, we're about at our halfway mark. We still got a few more camp turns to go, so we're going to give those two a breather to kind of figure out what they want to do with those turns. And then we'll have a very dramatic voting ceremony unless something happens. I don't know. It's not, I don't control that kind of stuff. But we're going to be back in about 10 minutes. So grab your popcorn, get some water, close your eyes for a bit, scream into a pillow, and we'll be back with more Castaway in 10 minutes. Toodles. Welcome back to Castaway the Woods. Here we are at camp having a good normal time. There's no ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. I don't know who told you that. We are moving forward here at camp. We've already had a few camp scenes, food secured, water secured, still don't have fire, and some people are looking for anything to keep themselves alive in this game. Which brings me to you, Annabelle. Welcome to the
Gotcha.
confession cam. Howdy. A little bit of bad luck in the challenge today. Challenged by Nari, of course, lost immediately. Vulnerable in tonight's vote. What's going through your mind this week, and what would the folks at home to know?
Well, first of all, thank you, Daryl, for the heal that you gave me earlier. I know that was from you. Everybody else at home, if y'all want to see me keep on going, because yeah, you girls, again, God has put many obstacles in my way, and we must persevere. Um, but Chet, losing to Nara wasn't so bad. I genuinely think she is one of the best contestants here, and I mean, she's trying to do this for her stepson, and you know, I can understand doing something for family. So I don't mind losing to Nari. I think she's lovely. However, you know, she's real strong.
There is always that. Always difficult to go up against strong competitors in this game. But let's see if you yourself have some strength left in you. The question before you is: do you want to survive, look for secrets, or socialize?
Um, we need to survive. We need firewood.
Fire, always good. Anyone you want to bring with you on that adventure?
I want to bring Carolina.
Carolina, you are invited to go look for firewood.
You find her doing stretches.
Yes. I join you. You want to come help me get some firewood to make sure everybody's nice and toasty, and also we can make s'mores and cook that boar that Nari and Lucas brought back.
Oh, I would love to. Hold on, let me just do this one pose real quick. Okay, we're good. Right, let's go now.
You're so limber. That's amazing.
I try my best to. I taught yoga for years. If I wasn't limber, well, I would be, well, a disappointment to the practice.
I tried to do yoga, it just really wasn't for me. Not that I can't find an inner peace, but just a little too slow, I think, for me. And then I started doing Pilates, and
Oh,
while I really
Pilates
liked
will kick
that,
your ass. Ooh.
they did. They absolutely did. But then I felt, I don't know, I went to a CrossFit gym, and just something about that
Mm.
really like calling. Um, but I can bend a little bit, but mostly don't get winded when I go up the stairs, which is all that I care about. Not that
And
there's anything
hey,
wrong with that. Bodies are perfect as they are.
exactly. And hey, as long as you're comfortable in your own skin, and as long as you are able to achieve the flexibility that you wish to desire, who am I to judge?
Exactly. All right. But I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad that you're not a ghost for real. That was real scary.
Thank you. Lucas kept looking at me for several times throughout the night, and while I understand that he has a fascination with ghosts, it started getting a little bit concerning. And I do believe I still have flesh.
That you do. You are flesh and whole and very, very flexible. I don't think ghosts can be flexible.
Hmm, probably depending on the ghost.
I guess it would.
I guess our ghost science isn't up to date enough to know if they're flexible or not. But we do know we need wood to make fire, so let's try and find some, shall we? This will be a mental roll for me.
Hot diggity. That'll be a 12.
Okay.
And that's a 15.
Wood secured, no problem. Between the two of you, you have enough to make a pretty good fire. Any volunteers to actually make the fire? Between the two of you?
I'm down.
All right.
Unless Carolina, you feel very strongly about it.
No strong feelings, but I'll assist.
Hey, sure, why not? Let's put 4 hands in the fire pit. Go ahead and roll your mentals for me again.
Is it mental or physical to make the fire check?
Physical. Thank you for reminding me.
No, I'm doing it with my brain, Grant.
There are 2 stats in this game, and I often get them confused.
Cyclops that shit. Ooh. That is an 11.
Okay.
That is a 15 again.
Perfect. You have no problems making fire. All the necessities of life secured for the week. Good job, team.
Good job, us. Oh, this is so nice and cozy, and it'll keep away hopefully the worst of any nightmares.
Hopefully.
Which will bring us to our final confession cam. Nari, welcome to the confession cam once again. You are safe from the vote this week. Nobody can vote for you after your dominating performance in today's challenge. So, with the most safety in all of camp, is there anything you have to say to the folks at home about your game, your strategy, what you're thinking about? Floor is yours.
As safe as you might bundle yourself, as protected as you may seem, you are not. None of us are safe. I am not safe. No one has cigarettes?
They don't let us bring cigarettes out here.
I have nothing else to say.
Fair enough. Well, Nari, the essential survival things have been secured for the week, but some people still have conditions. There are still things that we can done around camp. So would you have to survive, look for secrets, or socialize?
I suppose socialize.
Socialize is all role play, no roles required, and you can speak to as many people as you like.
I would like to speak with Finn and then leave it open to whoever wants to join.
So it shall be.
Hello.
Hey. Hi. Has your head found some sort of resting place, I guess? I'm not going to imagine we found comfort in a week.
No. I have a concern that I will not hold myself together well, even after today.
Hold yourself together as in
there's something I told Lucas about. I feel like I've said this. I can't remember who I've said this all to exactly, but that we are all haunted.
Mm-hmm.
And Tilda, she speaks to someone that is not there, and Lucas to whoever he is grasping at straws to receive the voice of. Compartmentalizing is not something I can do, as I've said. I don't know how to raise my singular morale.
I suppose a start would be, what does your freedom look like? You said the only way to get it is to win or find the money. What would it be?
I really want a cigarette, but no one has one. And the one thing that I heard from camera crews and things like that is that at least someone would have some kind of drug, alcohol, something.
I mean, I ran out of wine night one, but we can definitely get you some drugs from the ground.
Interesting.
Do you think they would stop us? Is it a no substance rule that they can't have it, or is it a no substance that we can't take what's provided and toss it in the fire and have a nice time together?
I don't think there are any rules, Finn.
Other than their papers are in order. So what would the freedom look like? What would raise your morale?
I wish that the animals here were not always a purpose of feeding ourselves or that they may harm us. I wish that I could see children smile. I could see a beach. I could feel wind.
And is that something you can hold on strong enough for 2 more weeks, or will that be what breaks you next week that you don't have it yet?
The restraint I have is endless. I just hope that either I can continue to hold steadfast and I can win challenges and I can remain immune, or if I cannot remain immune, that things do not end in bloodshed.
I see. Is that important then, that if you're not immune next week, it would be bloodshed then?
I can control that part at the very least.
But there's one thing you can't control, and that's the donations. We've raised over $2,200 for the National Immigration Law Center. Gang, another $100 benchmark cleared. Thank you all for your generosity here tonight. And now we're going to randomly hurt a contestant for fun. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? Sounds like the wheel has chosen Carolina for its victim here. So you are down to a D10. Now, as this little socialize hour concludes, I'm going to draw the attention back to the first thing Nari said. Is there anybody else who is wanting to join in on this conversation? No, you probably wouldn't have heard all of that, but if you see these two talking and you want to step in, now's your chance.
I think Carolina would.
Yeah.
I think with the mention of inebriation, I would like to imagine she was lost for 2 weeks. Maybe she found some random flowers and plant life. They don't. It's not the real thing, really, but sometimes they help with mellowing out, and with water, I can make some tea.
Did I
That would be
hear
nice.
one out?
All right. Tea for everyone, then.
Lucas comes with like a bit of meat on like a stick or something. Mellow? Where?
be really nice if we had marshmallows, but if it's cold with y'all, I'll watch just in case. Not because I don't want to, but I don't trust Chet. And if folks are getting mellow, there should be someone to keep watch.
Oh, don't worry. I never trust a man in corporate. Even with Mello, I know how to handle them too.
Carolina, you're so cool.
Oh,
It's a
thank you.
little
I try.
scary.
You ain't
Me?
scared of a woman. You're not living your life right.
Just slightly.
I like to terrify men sometimes. It keeps the joy up.
Specifically
there you
men
go.
in corporate or anyone?
Depending on the situation.
Fair enough.
Tea for you. Tea for you. Tea for
Oh,
you.
Thank
thanks.
you.
Apparently, it's a healing tea. Carolina, you've been healed. You're back to a D12.
Hey,
Holy shit.
sometimes grass is good for you.
Damn.
Someone out there does
the
not want to see
smiling
Carolina
ones.
get below a 12.
Keep my girl upped. Anyway.
The smiling ones truly are smiling on me today. Oh, that's my partner, so he truly is smiling on me.
Well,
Thank you, Derek.
we
you, Miss
love to see a
Bama.
supportive partner out there here on Castaway.
Hell yeah.
On that note, as you all mellow out for what is going to be the first vote we've had in a fucking month, we bring you now
A fucking month?
a fucking
Damn.
month. Listen,
Wow.
you were here week 3,
Is that
right?
what kind of month we're having? Chet.
No, I mean two of
Apparently.
you did for sure, and one of them's dead. So,
Hey.
That
cautionary
fucking was
tale,
good.
kids out there. Anyway, insert Mean Girls quote here. Anyway, we bring you to the voting ceremony. A few of you have never seen one of these before. In fact, 5 of you have never seen one of these before. Only Carolina has ever voted on this show from the remaining contestants. So for Tilda, Finn, Nari, Lucas, and Annabelle, you are gestured towards some torches lined up against a rock surrounding a campfire. This is a very, very Scoutmaster style here. We have 6 stumps surrounding a roaring fire, a secret booth out in the woods, and you are all invited to light a torch. And you see Chet Swiss sitting there on his stump, hat removed, because as we all know, voting ceremony is a formal occasion. And he slaps the tops of his legs as you all take your seats and says, "Welcome back, everybody. I feel like it's been a while since we've had one of these, but tonight we will be eliminating somebody via the vote." And for the remaining members of Team Cervidae, this has been something that you have not seen in your journeys so far. Lucas, as you look around the remaining other players here and you have to decide who you're going to eliminate tonight, what sort of qualities are you looking for in the person you want to remove?
That's putting me on the spot. Untrustworthy probably be the top quality of someone that I would want to vote out of here. Backstabby, I mean, that falls into untrustworthy, doesn't it? Shifty also falls into untrustworthy. I'm just gonna go with untrustworthy. That seems like a good catch-all. Yeah.
It's a pretty good one, a pretty common one when you're trying to figure out who you can risk keeping around as the competition keeps going. Finn, does anyone here give untrustworthy vibes, or is this going to be a more difficult decision?
I feel like to some extent, to each of us, we all give an untrustworthy vibe. We're at a point where we are in an agreement that we won't kill each other, but at least a few of us have expressed that we've already done it and are showing we have the capability to. So to everyone, it has to feel like that's only on their word. I will say, though, a few of us have been a lot more, kind about it and a lot less willing to keep it going.
Before I ask the next one, Annabelle, you've been healed. You are back to a D10.
Oh, thank you.
Carolina, when you hear Lucas and Finn talk about being shifty, untrustworthy, backstabby, and you know that these five have the most familiarity with each other, do you feel as if they could be talking about you, or have you done enough to secure your safety this week, do you think?
I would like to think that I've shown that I'm capable. I'm willing to work with everyone here and show that I have a right to stay. But I can understand the reluctance to keep me. After all, one that belonged to my team, well, had bad intentions. Two, another killed. Two left. And I was missing. So I can understand the hesitancy. I can just only hope that I've done enough. And if so be it, by the smiling ones, then so be it.
It's an interesting thing when you find yourself in a position where a lot of people have a lot of familiarity, but the bonds have not been tested in the fires of a voting ceremony as of yet. Tilda, as you look across these people who were your teammates and are now obstacles in your way of winning the million, you have to be thinking to yourself, well, there's the easy vote, but is there maybe something here that could get me farther? How do you even begin to approach the vote this week?
Chet, I don't even want to. Can I choose not to vote?
Unfortunately, not. The numbers don't work out that way. All part of the game.
I think thinking about who I'm gonna vote off. I just keep thinking about all the relationships I've formed since being here and what people are gonna think of me after.
It's a fair concern because, after all, you are deciding to end someone's dream right here, right now. Annabelle, is that a responsibility that is weighing heavy on everyone's heart, or is this simply something where you just have to bite down and say, this is part of the game and I want to win?
Well, of course, Chet. I mean, we all hopefully understood what, this type of game would be. And I think, well, personally, voting someone out may hurt. And, certainly no one likes to be the bad guy, but better to be voted out than dead, I suppose.
Voted out just takes it to the fancy hotel, after all, and not any other place in this known universe. Nari, you are the only person here who has total safety here tonight, can't be voted for. And does that title come with some sort of relief that allows you to strategize better, or does your heart weigh heavy like it does for some of your other contestants here?
It's heavy.
Well, I think that's what needs to be said here. Heavy hearts aside, gang, it is in fact time to vote. So here's how this will work for y'all, since a lot of you are new to this. You are going to DM me the name of the character you would like to vote for. If you have a voting advantage, you will also DM that information to me and how you are using it. If you have an immunity skull and you want to play it for yourself or someone else, you will make that announcement after the votes have been collected. Coming in hot and fast here. Interesting. Okay. The votes have been collected. If there is anyone who would like to use an immunity skull, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Then I will read the votes. First vote, Tilda. Second vote, Carolina. Third vote, Annabelle. Fourth vote, Carolina. Fifth vote, Annabelle. Votes as they stand: 2 for Carolina, 2 for Annabelle, 1 for Tilda, and 1 vote has been blocked. We have a tie. So, by virtue of there being a blocked vote, we're going to have to do a re-vote. Only 5 of you will be voting this time, and you can only vote for... Oop. Hold on. Wait. Oh, okay. Cool. Just making sure I didn't fuck up. Okay. 5 of you will vote. You can only vote for Annabelle or Carolina. Nari, your vote was blocked, so you will not be able to cast a vote this round. Everybody got that? Okay. So now we will do the re-vote for everyone except for Nari. Okie dokie. Votes have been counted, and immunity skulls do not apply in revotes. So I will now once again read the votes. First vote, Carolina. Second vote, Annabelle. Third vote, Carolina. Fourth vote, Annabelle. We have a tie 2-2. There is only 1 vote remaining. The 5th vote and the 5th person eliminated from Cast Away the Woods, Annabelle. That is the majority. That is enough. You must bring me your torch, Annabelle. This is your opportunity here to do or say whatever you want.
Thank y'all so much for having me. While it's sad that my future husband, Jonathan, did leave us too soon, that spot is now available for whomsoever would like to. I am starting my own channel, though, on Instagram and YouTube. Annabelle, the life and wife of the earth. If y'all want to follow me, like and subscribe there. It'll be great to see y'all.
With your final message delivered to the players, Annabelle, you must bring me your torch. Chet Swiss snuffs it for you. Says, Annabelle, thank you for playing. You will now be residing at the Fancy Hotel. We will see you at the finale, as you are now the 2nd member of our jury.
Best of luck, rest of y'all.
And we say goodbye to Annabelle Jones. Nikki, thank you so much for being here for the past 4 weeks. Your journey on Castaway sadly ends here, but for the people in the audience who are right now screaming your name in all caps, who are rating at just the right time to see your swan song, Nikki, where can people find more of you?
Hi everyone, it's me, Nikki. I pop onto streams when folks want me around, or if Grant's desperate, which always happy to help out Grant. You can find me everywhere at the Goblin GM. I'm a professional GM over on StartPlaying.game. So if you like cozy games or romance games or horror games or a mixture of the 3, please come and check me out.
Please, I would never ask Nikki if I was desperate. I'd be grateful to have Nikki for everything if I could let her. Everyone, give her a follow, support her. If you have the extra cash and an opportunity to, consider donating to that Venmo in the chat as well. And Nikki, sadly, this is the last we will see of you as a player here for Castaway. But hey, you're alive and you're on the jury, so we will see
Better voted
you
out
in
than
the
dead.
finale. Better voted out than dead. Famous last words from Annabelle Jones. We'll fade your camera and say goodbye. And now we have your final 5. Congratulations, Carolina, Lucas, Finn, Nari, and Tilda. You've made it another week. You return to camp and may have the traditional reckoning with what you have done as a group together before you go to sleep.
I hated that.
Yeah, wasn't fond of that either.
I do think it was the better move for group unity, though.
I don't understand.
Last
I
week,
don't.
it was
I didn't really get it either. Truth be told, when I came back, I thought this would just be an easy vote for everyone, just eliminate me. So I'm quite stunned.
last week when we all came together. 4 of us came together. 1 chose to remain away from the fire. We don't know your intentions yet, but group unity.
I won't disappoint that. Thank you. Truly.
I'm just glad we're all still alive. I mean, it's given the nature of this show, game, whatever you want to call it, that we're here is there's something to be said for that, I think.
Yeah.
They say the first vote's always the hardest, and it seems that for many of you, that is true. I don't know what they say about the second vote, but I do know what they say about the first one. Which will bring us to the evening tables here, gang. All of you heading to bed, seeking slumber, with food in your bellies, water in your systems, and a fire to keep you warm. The question now is, will you be safe from what lurks on the outside? And will I hit my mic really loud at the dice? I'm sorry, audience. Okay, on the table, that's an 8. Fun. Gang, you hear a scratching. A scratching can be heard outside your shelter. It's difficult to say if you're in danger or not. The question is anyone brave enough to investigate?
Do you hear
Yes.
that?
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Someone. I'll go and see what that was. Someone should, and I think I'm just gonna.
Do you want safety in numbers, or do you want to go
Yeah,
alone?
we should go together.
Agreed.
I mean, I won't say no to company.
I'll come.
I will go.
Yeah, I'm coming too.
Agreed.
All 5 of you going?
Group unity, Chet. You could learn something about it.
I'm just making sure I heard, and if no one's more unified than the shadowy producers. So, all 5 of you exit the shelter. You quickly realize that there's a storm happening outside. There's very frequently storms in the woods. It's a very wet part of the country. You don't see anything out there. You don't know what was causing the scratching. You just see the storm and weather, the cold of the night. You all stand guard together surrounding the shelter, and your shelter will remain safe tonight. The trade-off, however, by virtue of guarding it and seeing what was going on, you will all take a cold condition. So you are all down 1 dice.
course.
Naturally.
Is there anything we can do to stay warm?
For this particular one, there is not, only because of the nature of choosing to stand outside. This is a look. There's a consequence for yes. There's a consequence for no, and you all chose yes. So
Okay.
that's how that'll operate. But of course, you can always heal conditions during your camp scenes. There is that first aid kit Annabelle gets to leave behind now, just lying around camp somewhere. And with that, gang, the rain subsides. You all stay up all night. No worse for wear. You have the condition, of course. And before we shutter for the week, how would you like to discuss your evening?
The storm is really something. Didn't look like it was gonna do this earlier, but it's kind of weird the way it just kind of appeared.
Yeah, and this side of the mountain shouldn't be getting storms anyway. They'll come from the west into the east, but they should be blocked. So, not sure how they got one.
If either of you are still finding yourself to be cold, we can all sleep in the nude.
I'm not opposed to that.
It does provide the most body heat, but they have to censor the cameras, right? I know there's no rules, but they'd have to censor the cameras.
I don't think so.
I
They
don't know
permit
how this works.
killing. I feel like nudity should be fine.
Yes, nudity will probably be the least offensive thing.
Okay. I mean, there's little left of my shirt anyway, so what's it matter?
Hey, John, this is the shirt finally.
All right.
Yeah.
That was for
On that
Ava.
Hey, did you know that for certain thresholds that we've cleared throughout the competition, that Sean and Ava have posted thirst traps online? I don't know. I just feel like bringing that up for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me show titty.
Stopped you. I don't think I could. On that note,
To clarify, we are not doing it as a result. We are doing
No.
it in partnership for anyone asking the legality of nudes.
they can do whatever they want with their social medias, and what they use as motivation is up to them and God. I did not do anything. It's a weird itch this week. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, thank you all for joining us this week for Castaway the Woods. We're going to cut it off a little early here tonight. That's what happens when you lose so many people. We are down to our final 5, gang. Take a good look at them right now, because we're going to lose 2 of them next week before the finale. Things only get more breakneck from here. And I might mean that literally. I don't know. They're all freaks. But we want to thank you once again for donating here tonight. We have so far raised $2,259 for National Immigration Law Center. I say it every week, but this is a vital service in our country right now, especially for those who can't afford to challenge the fascist government we find ourselves dealing with right now. So stay out there, stay active, keep donating, even beyond the confines of us here at Castaway the Woods, and we'll beat these bastards. Now, for those of you who are motivated by reward, I do have some prizes to give away here for you. So I'm going to give out 3 bundles from Goose Poop Games here tonight. Each of them have a signed physical copy of 3 fantastic games from our good pal Jordan over at Goose Poop Games. And if you want to hear how one of them is played, we've played Good Soup on Game Master Monday, the podcast. So here we go. Our first one, just for you here, Carolina, is going to go to Pow Myth. Congratulations on your reward.
Oh, thank you.
Second winner will be That'll be going to our pals over at Dinner and a Game. Congratulations to y'all. And our final winner here tonight is, this is the slowest wheel in the world sometimes, I swear. That's gonna go to Anna. Congratulations, everybody, here tonight on your winnings. Thank you for donating throughout the night. We'll be back again next week at 7 p.m. Pacific, where we're gonna lose almost half the cast and we're gonna lock in the final 3. Keep those donations coming. Keep cheering for your favorites on social media, and we will see you next week for the penultimate episode. Wave goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next week.